Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually doing a perfect imperfections tag, and if you guys don't know what that is, basically you talk about 3 things that makes you feel super insecure about yourself physically and 3 things that you really like about yourself. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time now, but I kept putting it off because you just have to be vulnerable, and I hate being vulnerable, especially when, you know, hundreds and thousands of people are gonna watch you. But I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put it out there on YouTube and just hope that maybe it helps someone or anyone out there. If it helps anyone, just even one person, literally my job is done. And this is the perfect time because school is starting, and when I was in high school, I wish that I watched like these kind of videos, or someone was there to tell me all these things, because it would have been a lot more easier. It would have felt like I'm not the only one in it, you know? Okay, so let's just get started with the video. So first of all, I'm going to talk about 3 things that I don't like about myself, and then we'll end the video on a positive note by talking about 3 things that I like about myself. Okay, so the first thing I don't like about myself is, I don't know if you guys notice this in the videos, but it's my chipped tooth. So yeah, I actually have a chipped tooth. Like this one, it's chipped. I don't know if you guys can tell. Like if I do this, you see this tooth right here? It's chipped. I remember that when I was young, I fell from like a swing. I think it was a swing, I'm not sure. And I fell and I chipped my tooth. So I'm super insecure about like smiling, especially in camera. That's why I actually don't prefer smiling in my pictures. You guys are probably gonna think it's ridiculous, but it bothers me. It really does. The second thing I don't like about myself is my nose. Oh my god. Okay, so when I was in school, I used to hate my nose. Like, I'm talking, I would look up what's the minimum age you need to be to get a rhinoplasty, which is a nose job. Yeah, so I really hated my nose. I don't hate it as much as I did before, but I still don't like it because I don't know, it's wide, like it's big on my face. Like my face, it's small, okay? My head, it's actually small, and then there's like a giant nose in the front. I know it's not like that big, and plus when I do makeup I try to like make it look smaller or whatever, but I do hate my nose. And also, like if I look sideways, you can see like how much it comes out. I don't like it at all. So yeah, that's another thing. Like when I take pictures, I don't look, you know, like sideways. Like I don't let anyone take a sideways picture of me. This is so weird to talk about. Oh my god, I haven't talked about like what makes me feel insecure with anyone, so I just feel so weird. Whew! Like I think I'm sweating right now. Guys, just so you know, I am literally in my most vulnerable position right now, so, and I'm only doing this because of you guys. So if you're watching this video right now, please thumbs it up right now, because I'm literally sweating. Okay, so the third thing that really bothers me is so I have this scar on my knee, and I think I was in 5th grade, and we were playing outside, and you know those kind of paths that are a little bit rough. So I was playing with my friends and I fell because someone's foot got in the way, and I fell really hard and I sliced my knee, and that's why I have the scar on my knee. And literally for the longest time I wouldn't wear shorts because I hated showing my knee. And I actually didn't. I used to not wear shorts. My mom used to try to convince me. She was like, why don't you wear shorts? It's summertime, like why are you wearing jeans? And I just be like, well, I don't like shorts. It shows my knees and I hate it. And my mom was like, that's completely ridiculous, like I can barely even tell. But it wasn't even that, it was more that I could see it and I just hated it so much. So I used to not wear shorts at all. It's not a problem now, I don't really care, but at the same time it still bothers me, if you know what I mean. None of my insecurities really gets to me or bring me down in any way. It used to, don't get me wrong, like it used to make me feel super insecure to a point where I always constantly be conscious about it. But now I'll go out without makeup and I don't care if my nose looks big, or I'll smile in pictures when I'm with my friends. Like I don't really care anymore what others would think about it, but it's still there in the back of my mind, you know. So yeah, I'm not super conscious about it or anything, or I'm not looking for ways to try to get rid of it. Like I'm not looking for like plastic surgery kind of thing, but yeah, it still bothers me a little bit. But I think that's what makes us human, you know. Everyone has different imperfections and that's what makes you unique. I'm sure there is no one else in the world who has a scar on their knee, a chipped tooth, and a big nose. And that's what makes you unique, and that's okay. It's okay to be different, it's okay to be unique, and it's okay to be yourself. But just know that you shouldn't let those imperfections let you down. You shouldn't let that get in the way of your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and just how you kick ass in the world. You shouldn't let those things bring you down. Yes, it may bother you. There's always going to be something about yourself that bothers you, but you shouldn't let that get in the way of your happiness. Okay, so now on to 3 things that I really like about myself. The first one would definitely be my eyes. I've always gotten so many compliments on my eyes ever since I was pretty young, like very young. I remember one of my aunts, she'd always tell me that if a man were to fall in love with me, it would be for my eyes. It was just one of the things that stuck to me. The second thing I really like about myself is, it's weird, I don't know how to explain it, but okay, so it's kind of like how my jawline and my cheekbones, like they're like parallel. I guess you can say my face structure. I really like my jawline, like it's pretty defined, and also my cheekbones without even contouring. When I take pictures, I notice like the cut of my jawline, and I really like that. I just feel so weird talking about things that I like about myself. Should that be a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. The third thing I really like about myself is the shape of my body in general. I'm really petite. Actually, being small, because my height is 5 feet 2 inches, so 5'2". It used to bother me a lot before, but actually I've grown to really like that about myself. So yeah, the third thing I would say is just my body shape and height in general. I'm 5'2", and I have pretty slim legs, and I have a slim waist, and the fact that I don't gain weight that easily, because I believe most of that has to do with my diet. I am a vegetarian, and if you guys want to know more details about that, I'll link a video somewhere over here. I made an entire video out of it where I just talk about my diet, why I'm a vegetarian and things like that. So if you guys want to check it out, it'll be right here. I don't have to work too hard to be in shape, if you know what I mean. And actually, when I was younger, I was a really chubby kid, so I wasn't always petite. Yeah, I was a pretty chubby kid. I'm talking like a really chubby kid. If I showed you a picture from my childhood, you guys probably wouldn't even recognize me. It's so funny. I look hilarious. I did crazy shit. I'm telling you, like, I did crazy shit to fix all the things that I didn't like about myself. Another thing that I didn't like about myself was back in high school was my stretch marks. So I had stretch marks on my hips, and that used to bother me so much. Like, I'm not even kidding, a lot. So I used bio oil, I'd used cocoa butter, I'd used shea butter, whatever they'd say on the internet that worked for people, I'd used it. Nothing worked. And now, like today, literally, I'm not even kidding, like I'm not trying to be the kind of person that accept yourself and love yourself. Like, no, I'm serious. Like, I actually ended up loving them, because now at this point, my stretch marks, they make me feel more like a woman than a girl. So yeah, I grew to love them. I grew to love my tiger stripes. That's what I call them. But yeah, I remember literally using bio oil day and night for like a month, and it didn't work, and I was like, no, nothing's gonna work, and I was super upset by it. But now I don't even care. I love them. So that's why I say that I really wish there was someone there to tell me that all this is okay. And honestly, when you get out of high school, all those things won't even matter. You know why? Because people outside of school, they don't really care about how you look. What they care about is how you make them feel. Your kindness, your compassion, your ability to connect with people, how passionate you are for your work. Those are the things that are gonna matter, you know? It doesn't matter that you have a chipped tooth, or it doesn't matter that you have stretch marks on your hips. No one's really going to care about that, honestly, because everyone is just so busy, and we're all up in our heads, and we have so many of our own problems that we don't notice things about other people. And when you are genuinely a good person, when you're really kind-hearted and you give to others, that's what makes you beautiful. And as cheesy as that sounds, and I know while being in high school you guys are not going to believe that, but if there's one point that I want to make in this video, is that after high school, your life is going to change a lot, and all these kind of things are not even going to matter. There might be that mean girls group in that school who look their best and who look on point, their eyebrows are fleeky and everything, but when you get out of school, no one's gonna care if your eyebrows look fleeky or not. No one's gonna care if you have a chipped tooth or not. People are gonna care about how you make them feel, you know, how you care about them. You are not going to make friends based on how you look. Like, that, it's not how it works, you know. This is why I really wanted to do this video, and I just really hope it helps someone out there, anyone. And if it did, please let me know in the comments below, and also let me know if you guys would want to see videos like this on my channel, because of course I don't want to make it just about makeup and fashion. I want to do videos like this where I really connect with you guys. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
No matter how your confidence may fall, I'll be here as your foundation.